Hi, Miss Houston. It's Rose Eaton, and this time I read a book called Eleanor Park, and it is 325 pages long, and I really like this book. I mean, I didn't really like it because I'm tired of romance novels and stuff, and teenage love stories, because I read so many of them. But this one was actually a lot better than I expected it to be, because it wasn't your average teenage romance. It was like about this insecure girl who came from a really awful family that fell in love with this guy who was just average and had an average family and stuff. And what I thought was really good about it was it reminded me exactly of two of my friends that are together, because she always fights with him and he's just like chill, and she's like, why aren't you mad? And then he's like, I don't care and stuff. I don't know, it's weird, but that's probably the only reason that I like this book, except for the fact that it's sort of like the Will Grayson book that I read, because it is in two different points of view. And instead of switching every chapter, it switches every now and then in the chapters and stuff. And I don't know, I think that was really cool since it was only one author. Like the other book had two authors and each one of them was different, but it did really good switching back and forth. I was kind of iffy about that because it was kind of I thought it would be confusing, but this author did really good switching back and forth. And it took place in, I think, the 80s, because maybe the 90s, probably the 90s, because they had like Walkmans and stuff. And that's really interesting to me because like they listen to the Smiths and the Beatles and some of my favorite bands and stuff, and I really liked that. I also thought it was really interesting seeing how like her living conditions and stuff, because she came from a really rough family and nobody from her school knew that. So I think that's really interesting because you walk down the halls and you don't know anybody's story. Like they could be living in the same bedroom as their 5 siblings or have 5 rooms to themselves. Like you don't know, so you shouldn't judge people based off of what they look like. You don't know. They could have an interesting story. Yeah, it was a good book. Bye.